How's it going, everyone? Bobby Digital here, bringing you another gameplay video. This time I'm bringing you some more Elder Scrolls Online. I wanted to show you guys one of the dungeons. It's one of the earlier dungeons. Me, Doomsday, and Steve already did it, but I know there's a lot of you guys, you know, who may be on the fence about getting this game. Pyro, maybe. I don't know. I know some other guys like Doyle even like MMOs. So I just want to show you what's going on here. Okay, this is one of the early dungeons. It's kind of like a strike in Destiny. A small version of a raid. I'm playing as a tank, which my primary role is to draw the attention of the most deadly enemies, usually like the boss that can deal the most damage. Draw his attention, use my shield and my massive health stats and my massive armor to soak up the damage. And that's this guy right here, the Cell Hunter, whatever the fuck he's called. Haunter, I guess. I can't read, it's fucking too small on my screen. He's the boss in this area, so you'll see, I'm drawing all the aggro. I randomly joined up with a few other guys in the world to do this dungeon. They have a really good group finder mechanic in this game. You load up that you want to play in a group, do a dungeon, you pick the dungeon, you pick what role you want to play as, and it finds you 4 players to complement your role. So they set me up with a kind of like a rogue. He's got an archer ability. He's got dual wielded daggers. I got a healer, which is incredible for me. He keeps me alive most of the time. You'll watch my health go down, that middle red bar, and he constantly buffs me and heals me. It's, you know, when me and Orcus and Doomsday played, we didn't have a healer and it was really tough. This guy makes it so much easier. We also have a damage dealing spellcaster. He cleans up most of the ads. While I aggro the boss, you get the healer that heals me, and then you have the rogue that does massive damage to the boss. So, just watch here. I really like this game, guys. If you're into MMOs at all, if you're into like the Destiny thing, if you're into, you know, I know some of you guys like the World of Warcraft shit. This is really cool. It's like one of the first really good console MMOs. They had like Neverwinter on this console, but it was like real shitty graphics. The gameplay was good. I like this gameplay better. I like the graphics better. For an MMO, this probably has the best graphics I've ever seen for an MMO. There is no monthly fee. You pay it once. You pay the $60 for the game, and then that's it. You play all the content. There's no, you know, subscription fee, no online subscription. You can pay for the online subscription fee, which is $14 a month, but nobody does that. It's just they give you perks, which is not a big deal. You can still play the game without it. As far as actually, you'll see me right here eating a lamb chop. What that does is in fact, me, Doomsday, and Steve, we kind of overlook these like special consumables that you can eat. You know, but what they do is they buff your character like that. Particular lamb chop I ate increased my health like by 1,000 points, and increased my health recovery by like 20%, and it did all that for an entire 35 minutes. So once I ate that, I have 35 minutes now where I get those buffs. So if you pop some of those consumables and potions at the beginning of a dungeon, like what we're doing here, you know, that really helps out throughout the entire dungeon. So as far as like I know some of you guys are coming from Destiny and shit like that. As far as my impressions between the two, this is a traditional MMO. Destiny's, you can call it, it's got some MMO elements, but as far as like the game comparisons, in my opinion, Elder Scrolls Online has so much more going for it. The worlds are much more massive. They have so many more environments, so many more weapons, so many more armor pieces. You can craft, for God's sakes, in this game. You can craft shit. You can trade with your friends. Destiny, you couldn't do any of that shit. If you had a friend that had a gun, you had like 3 of them, you'd be dismantling him. He needed them, and it was kind of like, it was douchey, you know? In this game, if I pick up a weapon that I don't need, I run right over to my friend, and I just trade it with him. And he can give me money, he can give me whatever in return. He can be shit if he doesn't want to. But, you know, even like this, so Destiny was very limited on content. The story sucked. There's not a lot of raids. I mean, they gave you, what, 1 raid in the vanilla game? This game, in the vanilla game, has so many more raids, so many more strikes, or dungeons in this game, so many more story missions. I mean, you can play the 3 different races I'm sorry, the 9 different races and get entirely different stories. Between the 3 factions, there was you could play as you know, the Aldmeri Dominion and get an entirely different quest line. Then go play as the Ebonheart Pact, get an entirely different quest line. Entirely different set of secondary missions, entirely different dungeons. You know, and then even when you go into the end game stuff, like say here you get to max level, what happens after that is you can level up and get to the veteran rank. So you get to level 50, which is max, and you keep leveling to like veteran rank 1, which takes considerably longer to get to the veteran rank 1. Then you go to veteran rank 2, all the way up to veteran rank 10, and you get veteran armor. You get access to the veteran region, which is Craglorn, an entirely remade land where they have entirely new quests, entirely new dungeons, entirely new you know, raids plural, all fit for veteran players. So the end game content is pretty massive. Plus you have the whole multiplayer side of it, which is the Zone of Cyrodiil. You go to the center of the map where all the 3 factions are fighting and warring to gain control of the throne of the Empire, and whoever does, you know, obviously is crowned Empire, that faction, and it's a constant battle. You can join the battle and you can go to the PvP realm, and there's all different quests and dungeons and raids there that you can entirely do in a PvP landscape where you can get attacked by other players. It's really cool. They have siege battles, all these other things. You can take over castles and forts. It's really fucking cool. And all that for $60. And think of what Destiny friggin' offered you for $60, and then they charge you $20 for a friggin' measly piece of DLC that had 1 more strike and 1 more raid. I mean, come on, what the fuck? So anyway, this is the last boss right here, and you'll see me doing work as a tank, and all my buddies behind me cleaning up the ads and doing damage and heal me. But anyway, I love this game, guys. If you're into MMOs at all, if you were into Destiny, check this shit out. It's fucking blast. Enjoy the video. Bobby Digital signing out.
I don't know how you defeated those Banekin, but I'm going to enjoy this. It's outsiders. So the Keepers are afraid to face me. Very well. You'll die in their stead. noticed that the pact I made protects me from death.
Ignore his words, keepers. Begin the separation.
I'm not confident this will work, Sirion. Yes! What are you not doing?